Drake London is being drafted around pick 10 and 10 team full PPR. Is that an elite receiver at a fair price? Or are you paying for a ceiling his quarterback may not unlock? Last season, he averaged 16.8 PPR points despite missing 5 games. The volume says first-round talent. The quarterback competition says the range is wider than the price suggests. Let's separate his floor from his ceiling, use the tape and the numbers, and decide exactly where London belongs on your board. Start with what London actually did in 2025. He drew 112 targets in 12 games, caught 68 passes for 919 yards, and scored 7 touchdowns. That is 9.3 targets and 76.6 yards per game. In full PPR, the basic stat line equals 16.8 points per game. This footage shows why the target count is sticky. London wins with size at the catch point, presents a clear throwing window, and can finish through contact. The missed games lowered his season total, but they did not erase first-round weekly production. The market is not asking for a discount. Fantasy Football Calculator's live 10-team PPR table has London at 10.2 overall, directly ahead of CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, and Chase Brown. His recorded range runs from pick 106 to 204 across 208 mocks. That is the first-round decision point. You are not drafting London simply to be useful. At this price, you need weekly alpha volume, double-digit touchdown access, and enough quarterback stability to avoid long, dry spells. The 2025 workload supports the cost. The uncertainty to 25 workload supports the cost. The uncertainty determines whether it pays off. London's ceiling is easy to quantify, but do not confuse a pace with a projection. Extend his 12-game rates across 17 games, and you get roughly 159 targets, 96 receptions, 1,302 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 286 PPR points. The film gives that ceiling a football explanation. He can separate with leverage instead of pure speed, dominate slants and end breakers, and convert contested red zone targets. If Atlanta supplies accurate, on-time throws, London has overall WR1 weeks and a realistic top 5 season inside his range. The floor is not 999 yards. The total came in only 12 games. The real downside case is a healthy London earning 8 or more targets per game, but losing efficiency to uneven quarterback play. In that scenario, he can still live around 1,000 yards and function as a low-end WR1 or strong WR2 because Atlanta has made him the passing game centerpiece and extended him through 2030. Volume protects the weekly base, but if catchable targets fall, touchdowns swing backward, or he misses more time, pick 10 becomes difficult to beat. Here's the swing factor. Atlanta signed Tua Tagovailoa to a 1-year deal, while Michael Penix Jr. continues returning from the knee injury that ended his 2025 season after Week 11. The Falcons have called it an open competition. Tua can win with timing, anticipation, and placement. Penix offers aggressive vertical arm talent. Either can support London, but uncertainty matters because their strengths create different target shapes. Timing raises catch rate and yards after the catch. Vertical aggression raises splash plays, but can add volatility. Until Atlanta names and stabilizes the starter, London's price carries quarterback risk. A highlight reel cannot prove consistency by itself, so focus on repeatable traits. London attacks the ball away from his frame. He uses his body to protect the catch point near the boundary. In the red zone, his size and late hands reduce the defender's margin for error. On end-breaking routes, he can create leverage before the ball arrives and survive first contact afterward. Those traits explain why the targets and touchdowns are plausible, not random. The limitation is equally important. The quarterback must trust the window and deliver on schedule. London can win the route. He cannot throw himself the ball. Our draft plan is price sensitive. At picks 8 through 10, London is defensible when the elite running backs and top receiver tier are gone. At the 1-2 turn, he is strong value. Pair him with a second-round player whose role is stable, then use round 3 to balance your build instead of stacking more uncertainty. Do not draft an Atlanta quarterback early just to correlate with London. His value comes from target dominance. Your quarterback slot should come from price and upside. If London slips into early round 2, the ceiling starts to outweigh the risk. 4 things can break the bet. First, availability. London missed 5 games last season. Second, quarterback stability. A competition can create changing timing and target quality even if both options are talented. Third, touchdown variance. 7 scores in 12 games is excellent, but red zone outcomes are never perfectly repeatable. fourth price, an ADP of 10.2 leave little room for a merely good season. Draft him because the role and traits justify the ceiling, not because the role and traits justify the ceiling, not because a 17-game pace is guaranteed. Build the roster so one uncertain variable does not control your entire first month. The verdict: Drake London is a first-round talent with a conditional first-round price. His floor is a low-end WR1 built on target volume. His ceiling is a top 5 receiver season if health and quarterback efficiency cooperate. At pick 10, I would draft him when the elite tier ahead of him is gone. At the 1-2 turn, I'm actively targeting him. Before your draft, monitor who wins Atlanta's job and whether that quarterback is delivering on time. The blueprint is simple: buy the targets, respect the quarterback variance, and do not pay above the ceiling. Subscribe for the next evidence-led draft decision.